Hello lovely people, this is Steven, back to your screens again, coming in to give you an exclusive content about Africa. Today, I would like to introduce to you one of the best and renowned Egyptologists in the whole of Africa, and I want you to stay glued to your seat for this particular interview. Don't miss this particular interview, it's going to be amazing. Hello lovely people, as I told you, currently I'm at MANHYIA Palace Museum, and today I am highly honored to introduce to you one of Ghana's and Africa's renowned Egyptologists, Mr. Kwame Osei. You are going to love this interview, and I bet you don't go anywhere. Stay glued and let's do this thing here. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Mr. Kwame, you are welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Steven, and this is Page 2 channel. Today, we would like to engage you on most of your research you've done across Africa, across our language, in regards to our language, Akan and Asantis, and I want you today to give us a gist of your research. But before I move on, I would like to briefly ask you to give us a brief narration about the Asantis and their original names, what they are known for, and what they did basically, where they migrated from, when it comes to the land of Egypt.
Well, if you're talking about the migration of Asantis from Egypt to the present-day Ghana, then you are talking about the migration of the Akans, because the Asantis themselves are a subgroup of the Akans. I have a few hieroglyphics writings of how Akan names were written back in ancient Egypt.
All right.
To show
These are
graphic
hieroglyphics.
science.
So, meaning of hieroglyphics, so that the
Yes.
viewer can actually understand.
The word hieroglyphics is a Greek word meaning holy writing.
Okay.
Yes. And the Greeks recognized the Egyptians as the most holy people on earth.
Wow.
In fact, according to Herodotus, they studied the reckoning of the years from the Greeks studied the reckoning of the years from Egypt or from Egyptians. Egyptians were grouped into stages. That is a class distinction. The masses were there, and then there were the scribes.
Okay.
Then there were the priests,
Okay.
and then the king and his council. So, if you remember at Genesis chapter 43, verse 32, yes, it says that when Joseph threw a party for his brothers, he invited some Egyptians, and the Egyptians said it is an abomination to sit with these people to eat, because they consider themselves as the religious people,
Yes.
pure people on this earth, spiritually pure. That is why they call themselves Kana. Ka is the Egyptian word for spirit.
Okay.
Yes. And the hieroglyphic sign for Ka is
Okay, so
yes.
this is
Ka.
the hieroglyphic word for Ka.
Kara.
Kara.
Yes.
Kara.
The
which
second
means,
is Ra, which
which
means the spirit of God.
Which means the spirit of God.
And that is the soul in the Akan.
That is the soul
We call the soul in the Akan Kara.
in Akan,
Yes.
which is called Kra.
That's right.
So it actually shows that it has an interrelated system.
Yes.
Okay, so
So-
which one are we moving on?
Okay. So from Ka, I wish to inform the listeners that ancient Egypt was actually called Kana.
So the ancient Egypt was
we
all
call
Kana.
Kana,
Okay.
spiritual people. Na means people of.
Okay.
And that is what we have at the end of all our suffix of our clans. Diana, Asuna, Tina, Agona,
Okay.
Kwana.
Okay.
Na. So when we group together, we call our land Kana,
Meaning
spiritual people.
spiritual people.
Yes.
So the AKANS are Kana.
Yes. That is why up till now you hear some elders saying Kaniba.
Okay.
Kani, what is the meaning of that car?
Okay.
Yeah, it's spiritual people.
It's spiritual people.
Yes.
So the AKANS from their old migration system from Egypt are spiritual people.
Yes, they are spiritual people. And all the 7 days of the ancient Egyptian gods belong to us.
Wow.
Yes.
7 days of the ancient Egyptian gods belongs to AKANS.
Yes, because there are no people in the world amongst which you can find the name Amen, for example,
Okay.
as a surname,
Okay.
or even the first name of a child. We have, when we say Kwame, you actually means the people of Amen.
Okay.
Yes, Kwa means people.
Kwa means people.
People, yes.
Amen means the people of Amen.
Yes.
And Amen was a god in Egypt.
The god of Saturday.
That was that time the overall god of the gods.
Yes. And it is, in fact, it's because Amen is the god of gods and the god of Saturday. That is why the Sabbath day of the whole world is Saturday.
Okay.
Yes, because it's the day of Amen.
Amazing.
The god of gods.
So
All right.
Can we go to the next
Yes.
in regards to the caliph?
The names, we have Ankra.
So the names we have Ankra.
Ankra.
And
Ankh and then Ra. The circle is Ra.
so the circle is Ra.
That is the sun or God.
That is the son or God.
And then what we have here, which we now call what do you call it? Actually, it is called Ankh. Actually, Ankh in ancient Egypt.
Yes.
Ankh.
A lot of people use this particular symbol.
Yes,
Ankh,
it has
which means
been made in
wooden. Yes, it has been
Kuyaba.
carved in. Has been carved in wood.
Yes.
And they use
we
it.
We have used it up to today because it's the sign of life.
Okay, so Ankh.
Ankh is the sign of life.
Ankh's
And then Ra.
Ra.
Yes, is Ankra. The name Ankra.
So is the god of life
Yes, the God of life or the living God.
or the living god.
Yes.
Okay.
And it may interest you to know that the gods usually held the Ankh. You can see this from Asor holding the Ankh.
Okay, so
that's the goddess Asor.
okay, so if you look at the ancient goddess holding the Ankh,
Yes.
the Ankh
Life.
on the other,
The right.
which means life,
The left hand, yes.
which means the symbol represents the living God
That's right.
or God of the
Life
living,
itself.
life itself. Okay,
So that is
so
Asor
Asor was the goddess
of heaven. In those
so
days.
Asor in the Egyptian confines was represented the goddess of heaven. Okay, so
Yes.
Mr. Wusu, move to the next
Say,
one. Mr. Say, move to the next one.
Yeah, so this is Api.
Api.
Api is River Nile.
Okay, so Api means River Nile.
Yes, and the two gods there are the same River Nile. The River Nile is hermaphrodite, that is a man and a woman.
This is amazing.
Yes.
We've not heard this before.
Yes.
That River Nile is a hermaphrodite,
Yes,
a male,
Male
and a female.
Yes.
Both in the same side.
yes. And
Amazing.
so she and he are now joining the two parts of Egypt to become one.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
this particular picture,
Yes,
represent the Nile as a hermaphrodite, a male and a female joining both Egypt
Yes.
to become one.
That's right.
And it's called Api.
That's right.
And in our terms, we refer it to Apia.
Yes,
or
Apia is made up of River Nile and Jehovah.
Apia represents River Nile and Jehovah.
In
But
fact,
aside
these
Apia,
are
they have,
names
Okay.
Involving Api.
okay, so
You have Apia.
we have the names
Apia,
involving
Nim.
Api.
Yes.
So we have Apia, we have
Nim.
Ampia,
Okay, Ampia.
we have Pia Nim, We have Apienting. We have Apienting.
Okay.
We have Apreku. Amazing. And we have Apiaso. Apiasa.
Yes.
Okay.
Asal means
Asal.
the sky.
The sky. So
Yes.
the Apia represents
It's a name given to males.
male.
And most of our names are actually the names of the gods of ancient Egypt.
Okay. So
Yeah, so if you hear a name like Amiyao,
okay.
it is the name Amen, the god of Saturday, and the name Yao, the god of Thursday.
Okay. So Ameyao.
Amiyao. Or some people call it Amoyao.
So the god of Saturday and the god of Thursday
Yes.
being put together.
You to put together, you get Ami.
Yao.
Amiyao.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. So
So what happened is that in ancient Egypt or in among the AKANS today, every religiously important item has two names.
okay.
Yes. Therefore, the sky, which was called Asa, was also called Oso.
Okay.
So where we are living now is called Asal, Asasi,
Asase
and the Asa.
and the Asa under the sky.
The sky is the Asal, and then
Okay.
it's also called Oso.
So
And then the sun was called Ra
Ra.
or We or Awia. Important entity had two names.
Okay.
I've given We and Ra the sky, Asal and Oso.
Sure.
Yes. Then Ami himself was also called Amon.
Okay.
Yes. Or Amon as we name our children now.
Okay.
Then you have the brain in man. What you see is called Amen. Yes. But the power of the Amen is called Adri.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Then you have the chest. It's called Kuku or Ubu.
Yeah.
Yes. Then the heart is Kuruna. What you see is Kuruna.
Yeah.
But what you do not see, the power of it is called Kuma or Akuma.
Okay.
Yes. The hand is called Za.
Yes, sir.
Yes. But the power of it is called Ba. So when you say Minsemuabu, it means you've got a fracture.
Okay.
But when you say Mabamuabu, it means you are discouraged.
Okay.
So when in class they say Maunsasu, Maunsasu means raise your hand. But when they say Mawabasu, it means show your might.
Okay.
So the one of the names refers to what you can see or the physical aspect of the item, and the other one the spiritual aspect of the item.
Okay. Amazing. I'm loving this conversation already. So there are other.
So we
other
continue
ones?
with the names.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, we have done Asa, right?
Yes, we've done Asa. So this is Asa, and
Asa.
Asa is the
God of the sky.
ancient
sky.
god of Egypt of the sky.
Of the sky, yes.
Yes.
Then this is how they wrote a Siama.
The Siama.
Yes.
In
ancient
their-
Egypt. In
in
hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
Yes.
Hieroglyphics. This is how they write, or they wrote a Siama. A Siama. Amazing.
And then this is Ahoy.
Ahoy. And this is Ahoy. Like the Ahoys.
Yes.
So all these writings had a link to our names.
Yes.
As
In
you
fact,
said, we are the Kana.
the Egyptians invented writing to record the activities of the gods.
Okay.
Yes, first, before
Okay.
they started writing their history and all that, and
Amazing.
literature. So hymns of Amen and all that, they were all written in hieroglyphics. Yes.
And
So
this
this is searching.
This is searching.
Yes,
This is
you
searching.
can see it in the Bible.
And searching
it
can
is
be-
also an Akan name. In fact, I had a classmate called Searching from Asankwagwa.
Wow. So searching can be found in Genesis chapter 12,
Yes.
verses 6 to 7. Genesis 12, verses 6 to 7.
Yes.
And these are names that had its root from Egypt.
Yes.
And the
They were
old
Egyptian
ancient
names.
Egyptians were the Kana.
Yes.
That the Akans
Yes.
currently.
Yes.
Okay.
Then this is who.
This is who.
I don't know whether you heard the name who before.
This is who. Meaning.
Meaning is the name of a woman.
Who?
A fear who.
A fear who. Does it have a literal meaning when it comes to Akan?
I don't know its meaning. That's the name of a goddess. Then Annie.
This is Annie.
I think you have heard of Kofi Annie Johnson.
Yes, I've heard of Kofi Annie Johnson.
That's Annie.
Amazing. Okay.
And then this is sound.
This is sound.
Yes.
This is sound. As in sound.
Sound. Now they spell it sound.
Okay, but this is sound.
This is how they were.
So this is the old Egyptian writing qualifying sound.
Yes, and
okay.
it means the soul
it means
that has qualified to live with the gods.
The soul that has qualified to live with the gods. So the sound represents the soul that has qualified to live with the gods. Okay.
And then Sarah.
And this is Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah
meant the western sky. Sa
meant the western
sky. And Ra means God.
So western
Sarah means God's western sky.
God's western sky.
Yes.
Amazing. How were they able to get all these things?
Well, that's how they were. And this is Pepera.
And this is Pepera.
I think you have heard that name before.
Pepera is a common name.
Yes.
In Ghana and across
Pepi and Ra.
The diaspora. Yeah. So it's Pepi and Ra. And this is the old ancient writings that qualified or had its alphabet in that name.
Yeah.
So back to it. How in 5 minutes, how can we trace Akan to the old ancient systems? We've looked at the part of their names. We've looked at the part of the naming, the days for which we do our naming and everything. But aside that, can there be a specific thing you can say, okay, this is perfectly located in the Egyptians who lived in the old Egyptian system, who we refer to as Kana, as the Akans? Can there be a clear similarity in that line aside the names?
Okay, according to Herodotus,
okay,
the Egyptians were smallish people.
Okay.
They were, no, that's number one. Number two, they were black. Because according to him, the sun had burnt them.
Okay.
Yes. And then when they were weaving, they were the only people in the world who pulled the weft of the cloth towards them before they threw the shuttle. Okay. The others pulled it back and then they threw the shuttle.
So they pulled
the
cloth?
The cloth, the
wrath of the cloth
towards them before they threw the shuttle.
And this can be found clearly in Bonri and
up till today.
Amazing.
Yes.
So even the way they weave their clothes is being associated
yes.
to.
And he also said that they carry goods on their heads instead of their shoulders.
So the old ancient Egyptians who we referred to as the Kana carried goods on their heads instead of their shoulders. They weave clothes, bringing the wreath back.
Yes. Towards them before they threw the shuttle.
Which the Akans also do same.
We do actually.
So this is actually traits of our migration or the people who are really who we really are.
So that is it. And then the names that we have shown.
Okay, so what was their occupation?
They were mainly farmers.
Okay.
Farmers, and they were industrialists too.
They were farmers
and industrialists. Yes.
Okay.
There was a time that a man called Pliny the Elder.
Okay.
He was a Roman senator. Said that ex Africorum semper aliquid novi.
Ex Africorum
semper aliquid novi.
Pure Latin.
Yes. Out of Africa is always coming new things.
Amazing.
New things are always coming from Africa.
Can you repeat that again?
Yes.
For
Ex Africorum semper aliquid novi.
Amazing. Yes. Meaning out of Africa,
new things are always coming.
Amazing. And who was that person?
He was called Pliny. Pleny.
A Roman senator.
Yes.
Amazing.
So it was Africa was like the Europe that we see today.
Wow.
New things coming all the time from Europe.
That was
Africa. That was so the name Africa was the name of Egypt.
Okay.
Yes. I've already stated that Egypt was called Kana.
Kana, yes.
meaning people of
People
the
of-
spirit.
Sure.
Where we now call ourselves Nugwesen Fataka,
Niba.
Kana.
Kana.
So the scribes, the pharaohs, the priests, the educated people call the land Kana. But the ordinary people call it Africa, meaning from the spirit, people of the spirit.
Africa.
And that is, yes, and that was the name of Egypt.
Egypt.
So it was the name of Egypt which has been given to the whole Africa.
Amazing. Which can be traced to Akans.
To Akans.
So they
It's
are
an
the
Akan
real-
name.
It's an Akan name. So the Akans are the real Africana.
African, yes, Africana. Yes. And if I had a board here, I'll show you how Kana, you know, the lands that they conquered came to be called Kana and EN. You see? Then because of the RR in Kana, the air became another R.
Okay.
We call that in, assimilation in linguistics.
Linguistics.
So Canaan, which they now pronounce Canaan,
Okay.
it means belonging to Cana,
Kana.
or the lands that belong to Cana.
Okay.
So Canaan will actually be Canaan.
The lands that belong to the people of the spirit.
Of the spirit, actually. Because according to the New Bible Dictionary, the area which was called Canaan was just the little area around Jerusalem and towards Egypt when they had conquered. But when they conquered towards Syria, large area, they all became Canaan.
Okay.
Which means where the Egyptians conquered to, that area becomes Canaan. So the Egyptians were called Canaan.
Okay. Amazing. So, Mr. Say, you have some map here,
Yes.
and it's an old Egyptian map. It's
Yes,
like
it
this.
shows how the Kana people, yes,
So I think this is how this is.
they moved from ancient Kana
They moved from ancient Kana
to the next Kana,
to the next Ghana, which
Because-
is officially Ghana now.
which is ancient Ghana.
Ancient Ghana,
It was named Kana,
Ghana.
yes, because the Syrians, the Greeks, the Romans, and the Persians, today's Iran,
Today's
yeah, they were all trying to conquer Egypt.
Wow.
So the important people and their families, they moved from the Egypt and went to establish another country.
For the old
And then they named it after the original Kana.
Ghana.
So ancient Ghana
Ghana.
was actually called Kana.
Ghana.
And it was our own J.B. Dankwa who did that research, which proved that it was ancient Ghana was called Kana. But it was the Arabs who were writing the history of Kana and they wrote Ghana.
Okay.
So it is from ancient Ghana or Kana that we descended to West Africa here.
Okay.
So when we came here, fortunately or unfortunately, we have been named Ghana after ancient Ghana.
Okay.
Ancient Ghana. So today's Ghana is named after Egypt.
Amazing. I think this is a nice time we've had with you. We'll be coming in for more.
All right.
So, Mr.
always
Say, we are really
grateful.
grateful for your time.
All right.
And this is how far our time can permit us. Viewers, I told you to stay glued to your sets because it was going to be an interesting moment with Mr. Osei, one of the renowned Egyptologists the world has ever seen. Trust me, he has given us some gist and some intriguing facts that you can't find in a lot of books except his books. You see, and I'm going to put the books across. So stay glued because we are going to bring you an interesting side of this. You have a lot to give. Thank you very much, Mr. Osei. Thank you very much. We are really grateful. All right. So all you have to do is to always subscribe, share, and like. The page is Page Stream Channel. See you, love you, and stay blessed. Love you.